Hello everybody out there, how is it going? Welcome to Flawless Rage 2 and welcome to House Flipper 2. We got audio, so that's good. It is Sunday the 8th of February 2026 and we are here to finish a project and carry on with one. My next project I have started building, so that's all pretty good, but in the meantime let's get on with it and let's get some house flipping done. I hope everybody out there has had a good weekend. In the chat straight away is the awesome Kathy. Hello Kathy, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all good. Welcome, welcome. Amazing to see you. I hope you had a good weekend. Right. Okay, we do have a talking point tonight, guys. It's a good one. It's one that, well, pisses us all off. So let's go to it. Let's go and finish the radio and recording studios. There isn't a lot left to do here. We've got to make up a studio, but it ain't going to take that long at all. I have done more work to it. So here we are at Flawless Radio and Flawless Records. Let's go in. We've got a reception. We'll put that on the wall. Flawless Radio. Kathy says, sorry I missed you Thursday. Was so mad. Dozed off. Woke up 2 hours after you finished. It's all good. It's all good. You know, there'll always be a VOD, so you ain't got to worry. It's all good. But yes, there we go. Flawless Radio. Now, we have kitted out these studios. I'll take you through them so you can see them. Because hopefully at the end of the stream we are selling. So there's the first one. This is rock radio. No, it isn't. This is pop radio. So there you go. And the record player works. Completely wobbly and out of tune, sounds like a Harry Styles record. So there's pop radio. I hadn't done the frequencies for these, but there's rock radio, 66.6 FM. Oh yeah, got to be done. Here is rock radio, it says rock radio inside. We've got some pictures up. We've got a bit of Avril Lavigne, do like a bit of Avril. We've got Metallica, and of course we've got good old Guns N' Roses there. Welcome to the jungle, people. Oh yes. Good stuff. Got a clock up. This is rock radio here. Bit of GNR. Can't go wrong with a bit of GNR. And in here is 80s radio, and boy oh boy is it 80s. Check that out. We have made it as 80s as possible. We've got the standard stuff in here. A couple of record decks, mixing board, and a open reel player. Sick, as the kids would say. Absolutely. My kids say a lot of weird shit. I don't even know half the fucker is what they say. And this whole 6-7 thing is pissing me off. Right. Thank you, Kathy. I really appreciate that. Okay. So, up here, we've got Studio One. There's the recording part of it, as you have seen before. Here is the thingy, where the artists go. Here is going to be Studio 2. We've got to do this one, so I think let's not waste any time and let's do this motherfucker. So here we go. Now we're going to need a carpet for this. That'll do. That'll do. It's one of them days. It's a that'll do day today. Sundays is one of them, Sundays are a bit overblown, I think. I mean, fucking, in the chat, Boston's in as well. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hello, my brother. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all good. Amazing to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. Okay. So, let's get this carpet down and I think we'll start our talking point. Because it's one that they won't fucking shut up about. In the chat as well, Pam's in, the crew is here. The Flawless family is in the house tonight. Okay, so Boss says, I'm good. Freezing my balls off big time. How are you doing? Not too bad. It's actually quite mild here. So It's actually been so mild today, and we had a little bit of sunshine where I am. I haven't even needed to put my fucking heating on. It's been wonderful. Right, okay. So I'm going to have to put a door somewhere here. Kathy says, freezing me tits off. Fucking hell. You want to be careful of that, car. Right, okay. Right. Let's get here and let's chuck a door here. So now we can see where the artists are going to be. They're going to be behind there. So this is going to... No, this could be the artist side. -20. Fuck me. Holy shit balls, man. So cold up north. Fucking hell. Right. Okay. I think the best thing to do here is this is where all the equipment's going to be, and this is going to be a little bit of a space where the people can be to record. Really, I should do it the other way around, I think. So there's more room over here where the artists can go in. But what we'll do first is put our... Well, we need to get something on these walls, don't we? Boston feels like he's in Alaska. Pam says, I just got over 800 views for a short of my reborn dolls. That's awesome. Well done. Congratulations. That is a big milestone there. That's brilliant stuff. We're just going to go for a white. Just a plain old white. Just to keep things looking clean. And then we'll get the stuff in. So we're starting our talking point. Now, is there any point to television? That's a simple thing. The answer clearly is no. You end up paying for, you know, the BBC, you end up paying them television licensing money every single year, over £100 worth, and what do you get for it? Fuck all. Ad revenue is on the commercial channels, ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5, and the rest of them. And what do you get for it? Well, every single morning, even though I hate it, but there's nothing else on, so that's why we put it on. During the weekdays, we have Good Morning Britain on. You've heard me moan about this this show before. Every single fucking day last week, they were moaning about that fucking nonce who's fucking dead now, thank God, Jeffrey Epstein, right? Every single thing of him and fucking the former Prince Andrew, now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. I'm sorry, but what kind of a name is Mountbatten, for fuck's sake, right? That's all they've been fucking talking about. When I turn the TV on, I want to see something that's going to entertain me. That's what television's for. It's for entertainment purposes. Not to hear Susanna fucking Big Tits fucking I Think It's My Show Reid sitting there in the mornings, saying sort of like, oh, you know, and this and that and the other, and fucking looking like, looking like fucking mutton dressed as fucking lamb. She really does. And every single fucking morning she's there, arguing the point with someone, arguing the toss with someone. Then they'll move on to a different story and then come back to the same fucking thing. Let's just get a few things straight here. I don't give two shits about fucking Jeffrey Epstein. I'm glad the nonce is dead, right? Human baby. Do you know what? I wouldn't fucking be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. They all need to go to jail. This is true. They all do need to go to jail. And they think sort of like, and they say that this former Prince Andrew, Mr. Mountbatten Wankstein, is involved as well. Well, fucking, if he's involved, stop moving fucking houses. Number one, you can lock him up, but first, throw him to the fucking wolves. Pam says I can't stand hearing about that. Exactly. That's my point. Every single fucking morning, you got Big Tits fucking on TV fucking talking about it. I'm like, for fuck's sake. If it isn't that, they're talking about fucking the AI thing on fucking fucking X, that you could remove women's clothing. Well, and we've got to protect our children. Well, I'm sorry. It's not our fault if fucking, 9-year-old little Billy can't handle the sight of a tit. You know what I mean? It's one of them things that, just really, really pisses me off. The world isn't what it used to be, sadly, anymore. It's all gone. The world we grew up with is fucking gone. You know, gone are the days of sort of like, you know, being able to say what the fuck you want about who the fuck you want. You know, everybody's got an opinion. Well, opinions like arseholes. Everybody's got one, right? Thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. You're awesome. You know, opinions like arseholes. Every single person's got one, you know, and fucking, it's just absolute shit. It really is. Every morning last week. Now, Jeffrey Epstein, I don't give a fuck about the nonce. He's dead, right? So I'm glad he's fucking dead, sick cunt. May he burn in the eternal fires of hell. You know, it's just, you know, all of this comes to light, and then you're thinking, oh, these people who have been named in the Epstein files. I don't give a fuck about the Epstein files. You know, if they're still alive, fucking hunt the cunts down, and, you know, and they always say sort of like, well, the people aren't here to defend themselves. Well, fucking Mr. fucking Mountbatten Wanker is, or whatever his fucking name is. You know, what a prick. And I'm just so sick and tired of hearing it every single morning. Even my wife is like, do you know what? She said to me the other morning, do you know what? I'm going to put the fucking kids channel on in a minute. I go, on, yeah. All you hear is birds tweeting on there. You do before it starts at 7 o'clock. And she goes, that'll be more entertaining than hearing this bitch talk. They're my wife's words, you know. So, yeah, I'm just so pissed off with hearing about fucking these files and stuff. And it isn't just that, though. There's other things to TV which, you know, ain't good. You know, the only reason, and I'm being 100% genuine here, and you're going to be like, yeah, that's flawless. Andrew has been in your area or nearby flawless. Yeah, he's in Sandringham, which is in Norfolk. Yeah, he has been this way. He won't show his face though, cunt. You know. I'm just so fucking sick to death of hearing about him though. I really am. It's one of them things that, you know, I'm like, for fuck's sake, here we go again, you know. If they're not spreading fucking rumours and spreading fucking shit and, you know, all of the fucking things that they're saying, you know. I mean, last week, right? Last week, they were saying about how the race car driver, Lewis Hamilton, is now dating Kim Kardashian. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. He's better than fucking Kanye because he can't even fucking rap, you know. Who gives a shit? No one. Why do they have to insist on forcing this bullshit down our fucking necks every single day? You know, I know they want the, you know, the whole shock factor. Well, nothing is shocking anymore. You know, nothing is shocking anymore. You hear about it all the fucking time. There's murders, there's this, there's that, you know. I'm sorry, but half these cunts who get murdered or fucking, you know, whatever, deserve it. You know. I'm just sort of like, just get pissed off with hearing about the same old crap every fucking day. And like I say, it isn't just that to TV, is it? You know, we have to put up with, I mean, what, right, okay. This is what I would do if I had a TV channel, right? Number one, I'd probably taken off the air in fucking days. But what I would do is, it really is depressing here in the news. It really is. You know, it's all doom and gloom. It really is. The only reason I have ITV on in the mornings is when the local news comes on, the Anglia news, which is like fucking an hour away by car, about 18 minutes away by train, right? The local news, which is in Norwich to me, right? I'm 18 minutes away from that by train, right? And it's in Norwich, and I kind of like the weather girl. She's, oh my God, just give me her for a fucking night. Just one fucking night is all I ask. You know. And, you know, Boston says, I only watch the news for the weather. That's it. I really don't care about anything else. Exactly. Exactly. You know, you got to know what's going on with your weather and stuff and that. But it's sort of like, you know, do we have to be force-fed shit all the time? I mean, Yeah, okay, there's a couple of things that come on TV we watch. You know, my wife, and even I, don't mind, you know, I've got to admit, I do not mind Call the Midwife. And that's been on tonight, the new series. Me and her will probably be watching that tomorrow. But any other time, we are watching, what else do we watch? Discovery. You know, I've been watching Discovery a fair bit. And I love Vinnie Jones's show on there. I watch that. I watch all the paranormal stuff on there. You know, I watch so much stuff on Discovery, and if it isn't that, it's YouTube. And then, come 4 o'clock, that's when the shit starts, right? That is when the fucking shit starts. You go to channel fucking 4, and what are you going to see? A repeat that's been repeated about 9,000 times already of Ramsay's Kitchen fucking nightmares. Then you're going to have Come Fucking Dine With Me, and then A New Place in the Sun. Who gives a shit? You know, and Four in a Bed as well. I detest them programs. You know, they're just ones that if they're on when I walk in the room, because my wife does like watching some of those. If they're on when I walk in the room and they're on, I walk the fuck out again. You know, I can't tolerate it. I can't stand it. You know. Yeah, it's all still on, yeah. And it's all shit. It's all crap. The lot of it. We're being forced, we're paying, I think when I was speaking to my mum about it, she's like, you know, it's like 170 odd quid now, she said, for a TV license or something per year. And she's like, you don't really get anything for your money. And I was like, no, honestly, Mum, you don't. You don't get fuck all. Pam says, deep breath, Flawless. Oh, I'm on a fucking roll tonight. You know. Fucking, you know, we just have to, I'm just sick and tired of being force-fed the same old crap every day from fucking television channels who you pay money to, and then they think they can put the crap on. You know, I mean, well, Boston says they're a bit like Netflix. Well, I've actually been watching a bit of Netflix tonight. There's a show on there with my baby in it. So I've been watching that. Oh, my God. I've been watching her tonight. Oh, yeah, baby. I need to, let's get away from that before this stream turns into something completely different. But, you know, that's, it's one of them things that I just can't, I detest it. Why do they feel the need? Kathy says, this is why I haven't watched TV in over a decade. I don't blame you. I don't blame you in the slightest. There is, there's nothing on TV to watch. I mean, fuck all on TV to watch anymore. Who said the early 2000s? Kathy. I used to watch quite a lot of that. I remember being a teenager in my bedroom when I was like 14, 15, right? No, there's no new episodes of Paradise PD, brother. I used to be 14, 15 years old in my bedroom, right? My TV on, and Friday night was fucking it. I would come home from school, go upstairs, put the PlayStation 2 on in them days, sit there, play that up until my mother hollered for me to go downstairs to get me tea. Go downstairs, have tea. Then after that, I'd exactly everything goes on YouTube. I would then record, because I didn't have the channel upstairs, and it was back in the days when Channel 5 had a snowy picture. Anyone remember that? Well, I used to record wrestling, WCW Worldwide it was called. So I used to record that. And, oh my God, how wonderful it used to be to watch that. WCW Worldwide is what I used to watch, and I used to record that every week. And it was just, a wonderful place to be, watching stuff like that something that I love, something that I still love to this day, a bit of wrestling, you know. Yeah, someone was nicking the content. I'm going to go off topic here for just a second. Right. Now, you've probably sort of like, you know, watched this channel. Maybe that's how you found Pam, right? So here's a bit of a heads up. Pam is a very close personal friend of mine. You do not steal someone like that's content. She's worked hard on her content. You haven't. Whoever you are, you lying, you fucking sly little fucking scumbag cunt face, grow the fuck up and try and come up with content of your own. That's if you've got the balls to do it. What we do as a collective, me, Pam, Boston, what we do as a collective is put out content out there, and to hell with the consequences, right? So, if you're one of these people who are stealing Pam's content, shame on you, grow up, and go fuck yourself, you dopey little cunt. Back to TV. So yeah, I would be watching WCW, and then I would have, and then I would be sort of like watching, what else did I watch? Then Friday night used to be on. I used to have Friends on, but I didn't take much notice of it. And then, who remembers Spin City? Who remembers Spin City? Boston. Let's put a banana emoji. That's for the thief. I'm sure he'll know where to cram it. Absolutely. It's disgusting when somebody takes people's content like that and they, you know, there's enough. I mean, even YouTube, you know, there's a hell of a lot of crap on YouTube as well. Let's be honest. You know, and it's mostly clickbait shit. Now, I watch a little bit of YouTube, not too much. Honestly, during the day, when I'm, you know, after I've been shopping with the wife, done whatever, we come back, we'll sit here and we'll either stick sort of like some music on or whatever, you know. It's crap. You know, the stuff on TV is crap. And them self-opinionated bitches on Loose Women, fucking hell. Do you know what? They sit there, and I don't mean this to disrespect any women out there. I have the highest respect for women, you know, but they sit there around a fucking table discussing sort of like how hard life is for them and stuff, and then sort of like moaning about men, right? And then they, you know, moaning about men, but these are men who they're supposed to love. How do they think it makes the man who they're in a relationship feel? If they're moaning sort of like, oh, well, at home, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that, he doesn't do... Fuck off. You know, if I had my way, Loose Women would be taken off the fucking air. Then, well, Good Morning Britain would be replaced with something else. Do you know what? Let's bring back fucking Wackaday, shall we? Good old Tilly Mallet. Let's bring him back. Fucking hell. Saturday morning TV's gone down the shitter as well, isn't it? When I was a kid, it used to be sort of like Live and Kickin' and... like SMTV. Like my first memories of Saturday morning TV are Going Live and there was a Motormouth, I think it was called, or Ghost Train, something like that. Motormouth, I think it was called. Nobby the Sheep. Anyone remember him? Right? I remember watching that on a Saturday morning, and it was fucking bliss. Now, what have you got on Saturday mornings? You've got cooking show after cooking show, and then you got Alan Titchmarsh sitting in a barn talking to you know, D-list celebrities, and then you've got fucking you know, after that, and then it's sort of like football or other shit that we're not interested in. Same with Sundays. Let me have a TV channel. It'll be subscription based because the stuff I'll be putting on there, but I'll be putting on there fucking old classics like Knight Rider, A-Team, Dukes of Hazzard, Starsky and Hutch. I'll be broadcasting them. I'll be broadcasting fucking movies, you know, stuff like that. I'll probably get shut down for having someone, you know, someone on there with a tit out, but I don't really give two fucks, you know. So, yeah, it's just ridiculous, you know, the way things are. It really is. But it's like, you know, why do we bother to watch TV when, like I said, Good Morning Britain bang on about, you know, Chips? Yes, Chips was amazing. You know, it's fucking ridiculous. It really is. It is so stupid. It doesn't need to fucking be like that these days. There's so many options out there. We shouldn't have to pay a television license, you know. You know, there's no, you know, it's either that or they're fucking someone on there. Doctors are protesting today about not getting enough pay. Do your fucking job. You know. It's things like that which just really get me and really piss me off, because there's really fucking sick people out there who need help. And then you got doctors fucking standing out there, you know, wanting extra fucking money for doing jack fuck. And that is, you know, what really pisses me off. That is something I completely cannot get behind. Yes, they do, you know, they do sort of like, you know, good work. I'm not saying that the NHS are good people, but when they sort of like, you know, are out there protesting because they're not getting an extra 20 quid in their pay, you know, that kind of really, really pisses me off. You know, yes, I know they're overworked and everything, but we don't need to put up with that shit. It's bullshit. I'm sorry, it just is. So, there you go. But tomorrow morning, I guarantee we'll have that fucking show on with big tits on it. And, you know, and I'm sorry, that's the only good thing about Susanna Reid. And I'm not being sexist, and I'm not being a male snob or anything like that. The best thing about her is her fucking tits, that's it. It really is. You know, that is the best thing about her. If she'd whap them out on TV, that'll get some fucking ratings. You know. She is vile. She really is. You're right there, Kath. She is fucking disgusting. She treats that show, Good Morning Britain, like it's hers. Like it's her show. She's the fucking, you know, she's the one who people are there for. No, you're not. It's a lot better on a fucking Friday when, what's her name? Kate Garraway. You know, she's much better at that than fucking, she is, you know. She's turned into Piers Morgan. Here's the thing, I kind of like Piers. I kind of like Piers. You know, he does, you know, spit some truth, Piers does, but, you know, when it's sort of like, when she's on there and she's sort of like, you know, looking at the camera like, I'm uber professional, egocentric. She is actually, yes. You know, nah, fuck off. That's, you know, that shit I can't take. You know, that is the sort of shit that I won't watch. You know. But tomorrow morning I will put it on and we'll probably hear about that fucking nonce again, so yay. I'm just sick of hearing it, you know. You get fed the same shit all the time. You work fast when ranting. Oh, don't I just. But it's true, we haven't had a good flawless rant in quite some time, so I found it necessary, you know. You know, like the other night, you know, I mean, I don't think of things to talk about. If I haven't got anything to talk about, I won't talk about. But when it's sort of like something that really pisses me off, then I'll go for it and I won't let up, and to hell with the consequences, you know. So, yeah, but that's like the other night I was talking about people lying to you and family members and shit, you know, and I've got one of them in my family, and I'm not happy about it, but, you know, I'll be completely honest with you, it's my mum, okay? What is she lying about? Well, I've spoken about what she's involved with before, and she's told me she's not speaking to people like that anymore, and there is, you know, that it's bullshit, basically, because she's still talking to these people and still sending them money. Although now, I don't talk about that anymore. and I don't really give to... Right, this is the way I've got right now, right? I know she's lying, okay? And I don't care that she's being scammed. And this is me saying this about my mum. I don't give two fucks that she's being scammed anymore. I really don't. I've completely had it with her. She doesn't listen to anybody. She only listens to her fucking self. So, you know. Why has she not learnt her lesson? Because she believes all the bullshit. She is now on her own. You know, she was married. She's not married to that cunt anymore, thank God. And no, this bastard who I'm talking about is not my dad. My dad was a fucking legend. But he passed away like 16 years ago. And you know, now Pam's right, they do have to learn themselves, but that's just the thing. We've presented her, me and my sisters have presented her with uber amounts of evidence. I haven't put a D in that bastard, have I? Let me get a D. Everybody likes the D, ain't that right? So, right, we've, you know, presented the truth to her, presented the evidence to her, and she don't want to know. She's given money away, and this bastard who she speaks to calls himself Dave, although his name isn't Dave, clearly. And he, and, you know, he's promising to send money back and, you know, and all of that shit. And what it is she's basically doing it because it's someone to talk to. It's someone to talk to. My mum doesn't be Abdullah, more than fucking likely. You know, my mum doesn't like being on her own. She doesn't like living alone. She's finding it really difficult because she's never been on her own before. And it's to that point where sort of like, you know, she can't handle it, you know? I mean, she's trying to move into the same fucking town where I am, God forbid. You know? So, and I don't want her living here. I'll be completely honest about it. But I'm not going to say that to her because I'll upset her, even though she's being a twat about everything. You know, even though she's being a dick about it, there's sort of like, you know, if I was to look at my phone right now, I guarantee she'd be online talking to one of them. See, what I'm pissed off about, I don't care that she's talking to him. I don't care that she's being scammed. What I do care about, and this bit's done, by the way, what I say, take a look at it from this side. That's all right. Don't worry about the bricks. We'll leave it like that. Fuck it. Right? That's just it. We have, Kathy. We absolutely have. We've done everything. Me and my sisters have done absolutely everything. You know, we've tried to tell her. She won't listen. Because these you know, at the end of the day, they're clever, these bastards are. They really are fucking clever. They'll tell you every single thing just to fucking keep you on side. Apparently his name is Dave. Apparently he worked on an oil rig. Apparently he needed money every month for internet, which is now about £6,000 he's had out of her. And here's me and my wife sometimes. I don't earn no money doing YouTube, right? Here's me and my wife sometimes without a pot to piss in. Don't know where our next fucking, you know, money's going to come from to put electric in the electric meter or gas in the gas meter to keep our home warm until we get paid. And there's fucking, you know, and there's fucking her, you know, giving this money away. If I asked her for money, she'd help. But the thing about her is, she would then pester me to get it back because some cunt who lives in fucking Nigeria wants it. He says he's American. He's not. No American speaks like, hello, baby. I've heard his voice. I honestly, could I? I probably could. Could I, though? Who sent it to me? If I haven't got WhatsApp, can you not get the police involved? We have had the police involved, and she didn't even listen to them. She didn't even listen to them. You know, they said break all contact, change your number. She hasn't. She won't. Why should I change my number? She says she's very stubborn. See, my mum's one of them people who's very needy for attention. Extremely needy for attention. And yeah, it pisses us off, but at the end of the day, I'm done caring now. You know, I don't care she's being scammed anymore, because last time I gave a shit, it basically made me ill. So I've done giving a shit. I phone my mum twice a day because she's too much of a pussy to be on her own. So I ring her twice a day. It used to be 3, but I got it down to 2. Now I just got to try and get it down to a couple of times a week. That's just it. I'm not going to let myself get ill with it, because it's not worth it. You know. Last summer was dreadful. She was on the phone, you know, crying all the fucking time because it's my mum. Like a twat, I went running to her, didn't I? And the amount of times I went to her flat to make sure she was okay, which her flat isn't nowhere near me, right? It cost me train fare, it cost me taxi fare. The amount of times I ran to her last summer cost me over 400 quid. For what? Nothing. So forgive me if I don't really give 2 fucks about my mum, because I don't. I hate her. That's not a nice thing to say about your parents, and I wish I didn't have to say it. But that's the goddamn truth of it. I detest her. For what she's put me through, for what she's put my children through. My son used to love his nan. He don't really give a fuck about her anymore. He went to school worrying. My son has ADHD and goes to a special school, and she doesn't see how it's affecting other people. She only thinks that sort of like, oh, my man is coming home to me. Let me get this something straight, right? He is not coming home to you, because this is not his fucking home. Your flat where you live, mother, is not his fucking home. But will you listen? No. You're just stuck up your own fucking arse doing what you want to. So bollocks to you is what I say. Shouldn't say that about your mum. Should love your mum. No, well, not mine. Fuck her. I suppose in a way, though, to a certain... Pam says my mum had a scammer too. She would let him take her cash. It was so bad. That's just it. That's just it. That you can say whatever the fuck you want to your parents, whatever, and tell them, mum, or anybody, you're being scammed. My mum was a dickhead, though, and asked him straight out, are you a scammer? Well, he's not going to fucking say yes, is he? You know. But he is 100%. He was pestering her for money. When he wanted money, he was sort of like, he even asked my mum if she had anything to sell to give him money. Recently, my mum's come into some money. My mum was in a car accident, not last November, but the November before, and she got some compensation for it. As far as I know, that's nearly all gone. My mum doesn't like going out on her own, and the only places that she would go is shopping. You know. But yeah, I don't care if she's being scammed anymore. I don't really give a fuck who she's talking to. You know. Am I worried about it anymore? No. I'll be completely honest with you, and it sounds really bad because it's my mum. I don't give a flying fuck anymore. Once you try and help somebody and they don't take your help or don't listen to your advice or don't listen to the truth, it then takes you into, sort of like, this state where sort of like, you're like, I'm not going to get ill for her anymore, and you become stronger for it. Now, she still sometimes talks about them to me, but she says that she hasn't sent them any money. It's bullshit. But what can you do? Yeah, it is loneliness. You are right. It's because she's lonely. Because she has never been on her own before. She has no one around her, no one to talk to, and I refuse to go up there. I refuse to go up there because, the phone calls in the mornings is bad enough. It really is. I ring her before I take my daughter to school, and then I ring her after I had my tea at night. It used to be ring her morning, morning, lunchtime, and nighttime. It used to be, and also before I went to bed. It used to be 4 times a day. But now I just do sort of like that, and it's just so she's got someone to speak to. But even then, I hear the same old crap over and over again. My sister, my actual nephew, has said that she's still talking to him, and she there's 2 of them she's been talking to, and one ain't good enough. Oh no, she's got to talk to fucking 2, her. One of them claims that he's military. He's not military. He's nowhere fucking near it. But there you go. We'll quit the rant now, because I've got something special to show you guys in just a sec. But this place I'm declaring as done. Police, by the way, before I do stop, police won't do nothing about it. They dropped the case because she didn't listen to them and didn't do what they asked her to. And so they dropped the case, like, let her fucking get on with it then, and rightfully so. Right, so here we are. Welcome to Flawless Records and Flawless Radio. I'll give you one more quick look round. Pop radio to start off with, and we have some music in here. We have some nice pictures of records. We've got a bit of MJ the Legend on the wall. Record players. Let's listen to some more Harry Styles. Absolutely fantastic. The latest hit by him there, called I Can't Fucking Sing and I'm a Talentless Hack. So there's, him or Louis Capaldi, either one of them. There's some records on the wall and the radio frequency there. I haven't done the frequency for all of them. But next up we got rock radio. Thank you, Pam. Frequency for this one to tune in is 66.6, and yes, you've got 2 open reel players, couple of record decks. You have got your, you've got your mixer unit there. You've got your Avril Lavigne picture, Metallica, Guns N' Roses. Get your rock and roll on. Absolutely brilliant. And then 80s, well, this room was born in the 80s. Check that out. Absolutely fantastic. It's been a fun build. I've quite enjoyed this one. You got your reception area there, and you've just seen upstairs the recording studio. Kathy says, looks bloody awesome. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Right. Let's sell the cunt, shall we? See what we get for it. Now, there is a hidden bathroom and stuff here. So hopefully no Bilo. No Bilo. Okay, we got 226, 214, 222. Well, it's clearly going to go to our friend here, Lauren Novak. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. Who's going to have it? There it goes. We'll do before and afters, and then we'll get on to the new project. There you go. Cleaned up what it once was. There's a fucking stain on that wall in there. I knew I shouldn't have had that woman in there the other night. Right. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Kathy. There you go. It's what it was, what it is. Put it this way, if I'd have had the person I've been watching on TV tonight in there, then it would have been a much bigger stain than that. Actually, if it would have been the person I had on TV tonight, then I'd be fucking still going now. Right, so... yes, we've done the upstairs to it. It's all been completely renovated and everything turned into something completely different. But of course, all good things must come to an end. I think I got a good price for it. I'm quite happy with the price. So, it's another little project that's been done, finished, all good. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, you know what, I will save the photos to that one. But let's move on to the new project that we started. Now, I have started this and done a fair bit to it, but I'm going to welcome you to it anyway, because we got to load this place up. Now, everybody out there knows it was coming. Everybody out there knows what channel they're watching. Everybody out there knows who the fuck I am. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are now going to venture into the future strip club, the first one of 2026. That's right. we are getting the place ready. I've put an upstairs on this place. Let's take a look and see just what I've done so far. So here we are. This is the modern bungalow. Pam's like, oh no. Boston's, yay, titties, absolutely. So I put an upstairs on here. This is the modern bungalow, and I've just completely fucking, demolished what was there and done a bit of work to it, but kept the ramps and the stairs in. They're good. We've put a wall there to show parking. Parking's going to be up here for a car park. Pam says filth. Absolutely, Pam. The more, the better. We've filled in this gap here, took all windows out. Inside here needs a good clean up, but this area here, I've extended that and I put that on. That's going to be just sort of like a customer toilet. We've got a staircase over here. We go up here, and that's been carpeted, this bit has. And I've cut it off. There's a big old space behind here. I'll actually show you what's behind there. Let me get a window. Right, and I can show you what's behind there. What's behind door number 2? As you see, there's just a big empty space behind there. That is going to stay like that, because I've got up here for sort of like a changing area and stuff like that. So this is going to be staff quarters. In here is going to be where the ladies are going to shower. A nice big shower room upstairs for them. And of course there'll be the odd toilet cubicle in there as well. But yeah, this is going to be the future strip club. Now, I have a name for it. I'm not going to reveal that yet, but I do have a name for it, and it's going to have a bar and everything in it, just like you would. Kathy says no glory holes. Well, I'm not too sure. I haven't decided on that one yet. I mean, if you're going to put in sort of like, if you're going to put something like that in, then, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'm not opposed to it, but, of course I'm not opposed to it. It's fucking me. But, at the end of the day, I haven't really decided what's going in here yet, but it's the first strip club of 2026. Notice I said first, because there's bound to be one. And see, it's destined to be a strip club. Look, there's a box of tissues on the floor. So what else could this place be? There's a box of tissues right fucking there. So naturally, it has to be a strip club. So I have said the strip club was coming. That won't be all that's fucking coming by the time this place is done. And when you see the name, you're going to love it. And also, the bar is going to have its own name as well. I'm going double fucking here. We going all in. It's 2026, and it's time to fucking step this bitch up a notch. And that's exactly what we're going to fucking do. I'm not going to fuck around. Thunderclaps, it's a good name, but it's not what it's going to be. You're just going to have to wait until the name is up. When will the name go up? Well, that I haven't decided yet, because I don't go on the PlayStation much in the daytime anymore. I do get on here sometimes, but, we shall see what happens. We just got to clear all this crap up first and get the flooring in and see what we can do. So that is exactly what we're doing tonight. So, yes, we need more things like this in the world, more strip clubs, I'm not even joking. I once said to my wife, and I maintain it, and I fucking mean it as well, if I ever played the lottery and became, a millionaire, I guarantee I would actually open a strip club. I said that to her. And, she knows what I'm fucking like. She knows what, when she married me, she knew what she was signing up for. So, poor her, really. But, but I would. It's not the biggest fucking, the best decision that, well, I don't really care about my family anyway. Most of them are cunts. But I think sort of like for me to open something like that, I mean, if I did do that, then I'd need some management and I'd need some people involved. And so I think I'd have to buy a house or a little apartment or something for Boston so he could move to the UK and have his own place and be sort of like involved with it. He can be security and everything. And I'll pay him a handsome wage every week, and also maybe, get the girls to give him a couple of free dances every now and then, So that'd be good. You know, and I'm sure after the latest GTA update, I'm sure that there'd be one there called Angel. Oh my fucking god, I've got a wrestler called Angel. I'm changing her outfit. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to write "Hey Daddy" on it. I have decided. Yeah, but they cost over there. Yeah, well, they cost over here as well. One of my nephews has actually been to one. I mean, like I said, he lives in Norwich. There's a couple of the 2 or 3 actually, and apparently, for sort of like a lap dance, it's like 60 quid. That if you're going to go to one of them places, you gotta fucking have some cheese. You know, you really got to have some fucking money in your pocket to go to one of them places because they are expensive. But in my view, they're worth every penny. Then again, it would be, like I said, me, right? But yeah, I always said that I would open one. I don't know what I would call it. You know, I don't know what I would call it. Food costs a fortune in America. Yeah, I watched this woman on YouTube. She's quite hot as well. Dollar Tree dinners is what she goes by, and my god, the stuff that she cooks up just could go into Dollar Tree and stuff. You know. Kathy says you're going to be the next Peter Stringfellow. Oh no, Peter Stringfellow ain't going to have shit on me. God rest his soul. You know. He might be the king of the fucking strip clubs and stuff, but, you know, I'm far worse. My mind is sort of like, you know, tuned that way. I mean, I'm even like it, I don't give a fuck. I'm even like it around my kids. I even talk like it. They know what to expect. I don't hide nothing from them. You know, I don't try and be someone different in front of them to give them good morals and stuff like that. Fuck no. That ain't me. You know, that's like the other day. My daughter wanted to open. She likes the Dr. Pepper. She likes that, but she got the zero sugar one. So she wanted some of that, and she doesn't like it when, you know, you open a bottle and that makes that sound in case it's going to like fizz up. So she asked me to open it for her, and I said, "Why can't you open it?" And she's like, "Well, the last time I opened it, you know, opened the bottle, it sounded like, you know, I nearly made it explode." And I went, "Yeah, that's what she said." And even she turned around to me and goes, "You're so dirty-minded, Dad." And then she walked off laughing. You know, they know what to expect. I hide nothing from them. You know, my son, he's turning 15 next Sunday. So I may actually stream wrestling next week. You know, and, you know, I don't care. You know, I'll be completely transparent and I'm an open book. You could ask me absolutely anything and I will be 100% honest with you. You know, that's the kind of person I am. You know, I respect, I don't see, you know, I've got a fucking filthy fucking mind that, you know, but if, I do have respect for women, I really do. You know, I don't sort of like bullshit about that. You know, I've had... I'm the same. That's why we get on so well, Kathy. You know, I don't sort of like, you know, mess around. I say things how they are. I'm completely honest, and I love the way that I am. You know, a lot of people would change stuff about themselves. I wouldn't change shit. You know, I wouldn't change shit about me, because at the end of the fucking day, you know, what makes a person is who they are. And, you know, I don't fucking, you know, I don't mess around. I just tell the truth. That's like, you could ask me a question right now and I will be 100% completely honest with you. You know, try it if you want, I don't care. You know, I will answer you 100% honestly, because I don't like to mess around. But yeah, women, I'd like to put it across though, that women are not, you know, I might have a dirty mind, but I don't see women as sex objects, is what I'm saying. I see them as, you know, Kathy says, my kids said when I have kids, I want to bring them up like you did with us. Yeah. You know, I'll let my kids I'll let my kids stand there and fucking swear. I got a 15-year-old next week who, who is sort of like, I let him say he's got ADHD. The way I see things is he has enough of a hard time struggling with, with dealing with shit like that and all the crap he's been through in his life with at school and stuff. Let him say what the fuck he want, because I don't want him to grow up to be sort of like scared to say anything to anybody. I don't want him to grow up to be the person who, that guy who's going to fucking take shit off people. And you've got people who, here's another thing, right? This ties in. Fucking hell, I need a drink of water. Excuse me 2 seconds. Oh, gotta love that vodka. I mean water. Right, no. I want to be that. I'm that person, right? Kathy says they could always tell me anything and I would not judge them and give them good advice. They even told me when they... Yeah, exactly. Let me take you through an incident that happened to me a couple of weeks ago, right? I know you're not supposed to, before anybody says you're not really supposed to, but I give two fucks. I was out shopping and I had my wife's bike with me, right? I had my wife's bike, which hers is a little shopper. Now, bear in mind, I'm 6'6", right? But I rode it down there. She's got 2 baskets on her bike. I have got one on mine, but I decided to use hers because we needed to get a bit more shopping. Her brakes aren't the best, and so I rode on the path. Now, a busybody fucking snouty wanker came along and was like, this is a footpath, son, he said to me. I turned around and went, I'll ride where I want, stop sticking your snout in and go fuck yourself. Yeah, 6'6". I can tell it as well. Buying shoes is a fucking nightmare. Try buying a size 14 fucking shoes anywhere. They're a cunt to get hold of. He didn't have to say anything to me. He could have just stood there, let me pass, and carried on with his day. But he decided he was going to be the sort of like the spoken out majority and try and fucking, and try and tell me where I can fucking go. Well, I don't care. I'm like it all the time. They get told whatever. I don't give a... It could be a fucking bodybuilder, the most aggressive fucking bodybuilder in the world. I'll still tell them to fuck off. No bullshit. I'll go where I want, do what I've got to do, and do what I've got to do to get by. So I'm supposed to ride a bike that's got with dodgy brakes on it because they're not very good. They do need sorting out, which I'll do when the weather gets warmer. But I'm supposed to ride a bike on the road, which is the brakes aren't the best, with 2 fucking full bags of shopping on the bike in the baskets, and I'm supposed to do that on the road, am I? When sort of like I'm a fucking I'm not the smallest person, and that's to ride that bike is a challenge. Let's just put it this way, right? Pam says, is it true the size of your feet determine your... I get what you mean, and yes. Let's just say yes. Yes. So, yeah. Yeah, but he could have said nothing. Why stick your snout in and sort of like this is a footpath when sort of like I'm riding past you, all you've got to do is stand to the side, and I would have been polite and I would have said thank you for it. Instead of that, you decided to put your fucking snout in and sort of like be sort of like, oh no, you shouldn't be riding on the path. Who do you think you are? Yeah, go fuck yourself. Cunt. I don't care. I really don't care. I know it makes me sound like an insensitive prick, But, you know, I'm not. Oh, he's a Karen, all right, yeah. Exactly, one of them people who just wants to stick the snout in just for the hell of it because they think they're morally right. Well, they ain't. They're morally fucking wrong and morally cunts. You know, at the end of the day, they really are. You know, I have fucking argued with the best of them. I've had to grow up to be fucking, you know, like I am for the simple fucking reason. And what made me like I am is because I was bullied at school. But also, you know, the thing what helps me the most in life is music. You know, and I've decided to, you know, I've decided to be the one who adores looking at women. I've decided to be the one that also to show them respect that they deserve, because there's many people out there who do not show women enough respect. That pisses me off. You know, they should be respected, they should be treasured, unless they're my mother, you know. You know, it's true though, you know, I don't think that people should be, I don't think that people should have to stick their fucking snout into other people's business, I really don't. You know, I used to fucking, you know, I've had to deal with a lot of shit in my life, which is probably the reason I was, you know, it was goth. Not so much anymore, although I still love it. You know, I actually still have my makeup, believe it or not. I know, right? Gotta let the past go. Flash flood alert. Kathy said, "Oh my God, you really should be a comedian. You're so bloody funny. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't know. My daughter's the talented one in the family. But yeah." Flawless said, "Ask what you want." Yeah. Honestly, you could. You could sit there right now, ask me a question, I will answer you 100% honestly. Anything you like. I don't care. Let's go put the bar over here, I think. Let's build one. Let's let it come out to about there. I did have to hobble to the bog. Oh shit. Not good, not good. You know, someone recently said to me, or I recently heard, somebody who has diabetes is on insulin. And he doesn't care. He does not care about sort of like, you know, the fact he's got that or anything. He doesn't let it get him down, which is wonderful to see. Live your life. Be who you want to be. Because it could all be taken away in a flash. And that is very true. He was right. But I'm not going to be sort of like, you know, I'm not going to be one of these people to not say anything to anything, you know. But when some little wanker is fucking going to stick his fucking snout in when I'm trying to get fucking shopping home on a bike, I then have, you know, I then sort of like have a bit of an issue with it. You know, I'm not going to stand there and let some little cunt fucking say, you should be riding here, you should be riding there. He should be fucking shutting his fucking mouth before it gets shut for him. You know. It's like, I've said it before, right? The kid who was bullying my son, it's a girl, right? And I don't see eye to eye with her father. There's a reason for it. I think I may have said this before, but I'll quickly run through it again. So I was biking home once again from the shop one day. He was about to cross the road. I knew who the fuck he was. And so, I didn't intentionally go near him. It was wet, it was slippery, the road and the path was muddy, right? So I crossed the road at the same time he did. It's the way you have with words, it's hilarious, thank you. You're lucky my fucking Norfolk accent ain't come out. Cool to hell, bah. I ain't fucking having none of that, fuck, corner, you know, and I'm not going to be like that, try not to be like that on stream. So Boston, what size is your feet? Right. No, right. Fucking. It's. You know, it's. I was crossing the road and my back tyre slipped and I went a bit too close to him. Right? This guy. This is the father, remember? So this buck-toothed little wanker come walking up behind me. I was like, excuse me. He was going, excuse me. And this is how he talks as well. That's what he sounds like. You nearly ran me over. You nearly ran me over. I kept fucking riding. I thought, fuck you. Right? And, you know. Right? And I was sort of like, right, okay, just keep fucking going. And in the end, I thought, fuck this. This cunt's going to keep mouthing off. So I thought, right, stop. So I stopped. Give him the come on then sign. He didn't come towards me. So I flipped him the bird. And he goes, and then he shouted, you nearly ran me over again. I shouted back, yeah, it's a shame I fucking missed and all. Don't give a fuck. You know, I don't care. Fuck him. You know, he looked like a fucking, well, he looks like, what does he look like? He looks like a reject Duracell fucking bunny, alright? That's what he looks like. And he walks like fucking, well, imagine going to the campus club in the world and seeing that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but imagine going to the campus club in the world and the sort of like, you know, the way it's sort of like a drag queen or something would walk. That's how he fucking walks. And he's balding as well. Twat. I just thought, fuck it, you know. I hope you've reached 1,000 without short. Nah. Were you on mincing? No. Fuck. But there you go. That's the tale of the tape there. Let's see how long we've been streaming for. This has been a good one tonight. Right, 1 hour 8. Okay, well, I think it's time to leave it there. I need to do a couple of bits tonight before I go to bed. So, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are fucking awesome. You are the real OGs. The entire... So he's bald, walks like a drag queen. Next time, tell him his anus has more sex appeal. More sex appeal than he does. Well, there you go. I'll tell him that, and I'll tell him that's from you. Right, okay. Right. There's time to be calm and down and serious now. You're very welcome, Pam. She says thanks for streaming. So, the Flawless family is in here tonight. We got Kathy, we got Boston, we got Pam. So, thank you guys for coming in. You, what a good bloody stream. Great to see the crew back together. Absolutely, you know. And tell him I give a big fuck you straight from the United States of America. I will do, brother, I will do. That's how I see the fucking little piss flap anymore. Wanker. Right, okay, so... yeah. So, thank you guys once again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the rant tonight. Just a few things to get off your chest. It's been a fucking awesome stream tonight, especially with the Flawless family here, all three of you. So thank you so much. You guys rock the fucking house. You guys really do. You know what? If this was a metal concert, you guys would be the headline act. No shadow of a doubt. So thank you so much. So thank you everybody out there for watching as well. Don't forget to, you know, drop a comment. Kathy says, been awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome too, each and every single one of you. So, before I go, the usual shout-outs, of course, to the great and wonderful Pam's Game TV 2000, the artist of House Flipper. You know, she is incredible at what she does. You know, smaller builds, but just immaculate. She is fucking fantastic at what she does. Go sub to her and touch her videos, and you're going to have a problem with your boy Flawless. Kathy says, oh, I love you guys. We do you too, Kathy, 100%. Go subscribe to Pam, and also go subscribe to the man who whips his hose out on a regular basis and does that squirting thing. And also Bill's Mansions on House Flipper 2. That is the king of the mansions, Mr. Boston Tea Party. I'm putting a message in chat for you guys, okay? There you go. I'll just put a message in chat for you. Right, so there you go. Thank you guys once again for coming in. Go subscribe to Pam, go subscribe to Boston, because ladies, you need to see that hose. I mean, fucking hell. The way that thing squirts is impressive. And the mansions are impressive too. He could hook you up with a bougie mansion that'll give you the bedroom of your fucking dreams. He'll even put a mirror on the ceiling for you so you can watch yourself be Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are awesome. I will be back at some point this week. Probably going to be Thursday, I'm thinking. So hopefully, come along then. We'll do a bit more of House Flipper. We'll get some more of this club done. In the meantime, though, thanks to you once again to Kathy. She says thanks for the stream. Thank you for coming in. Always amazing to see you guys. And yeah, to each and every single one of you out there, thanks for watching. Goodbye to all of you. And stay safe. Be good to each other. Stay safe. And yeah, to each and every single one of you out there, God bless you all. Thank you so much, guys. Cheers. See you hopefully Thursday. Until then, stay safe. Night, guys. Bye.